my son Raman. Um, you guys will have to pardon me for taking a moment to say I love you. I love you. Okay. Now fix Daddy some chili. All my kids make great chili.
Excellent.
I mean, that's of all of the things that one can look forward to. My mother had me looking forward to chili on Thursdays. I'd be coming home from football practice or basketball practice or track or whatever. Thursdays, I was going to get me some chili.
You
At
got
least
it.
three weeks out of the month. And my kids have picked up that. My stepfather loves that stuff too. I call him my father. My stepfather, Jim, he's the only grandfather that my children have known because my father, Wallace the third, had to go to heaven. They were having a problem about building some stuff, and he's really good at that. So
Wow.
I'm talking to you guys on the radio, and I'm also talking to my friend Terry. Terry, am I right?
That's right.
Terry.
You're right. It's been so many decades.
Terry Boykin. I have not sat with you in a long time, but at the time that we have not been together, you've been very busy doing things,
Yes.
operating, working with our kids, and we're going to bring you on shortly. But we have on the line with us Mr. Willie Curley. Willie, I hope you pulled over and are parked in a safe spot, right?
Yes.
Okay, good, because I don't want to have to call the police on you. Willie, you're here to tell us a little bit about the Los Angeles County Fair and how our esteemed group SEAM is going to take the fair over. Tell us about it.
Yes, perfect. So we're going to be at the Los Angeles County Fair, and that's in Pomona, California, and we're having a SEAM Takeover weekend. And, SEAM stands for Cooperative Economic Empowerment Movement. And so we have a whole section, to ourselves, and I'm going to invite everyone to come out and hang out with us. So Friday, May 13th, we'll have National Black Grads there. We'll also have a Black Greek festival as well on Friday, and that is May 13th. And then on Saturday, May 14th, we're going to have like a whole day. So we have a few panels. We have an actual pitch competition. We have a few people pitching their business, and the winner will get $5,000 prize, and we'll announce the winner that day, which is May 14th. And then on Sunday, it's going to be like a gospel day, and so we'll have young visionaries out there with Mr. Terrence Stone. We'll have a panel for mental health awareness. We'll have an African dance, and we want to invite everybody.
Let me back you up here. Hold on. I heard you say something about my friend Terrence Stone, and it related. You said gospel, and then you said Terrence Stone. I know Terrence is a very devout young man and works very hard in the community, and someone that you can have for your children work with safely. But I don't quite associate him with gospel. I'm just saying. That's just me.
Yeah.
Okay, so Terrence, you can call me and explain how off base I am, whatever, but, let it go. He's a good guy, don't get me wrong, but I've never heard him humming a gospel song. That's all.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Well, Sunday is, it's the church day, for us in our community. And so he's one of the gentlemen that are on the panel that day. And so a little bit later on, we'll be having like the gospel music. And, Sunday, so it's a church day, but he's a panelist on Sunday. And so
what are we discussing?
A little bit of poetry with Mr. Judah One. And so we have a nice lineup there. And if you go on the website, it's called SEAM, CEEM.coop, and we have a 50% discount code, and that discount code is SEAM 2022, so you can get half off on your fair ticket.
How much is the fair ticket without the half price?
Yeah.
How much is the ticket without?
The ticket is $20, so half off, you'll be paying $10.
Shut up. Okay, so you can go to Los Angeles County Fair for $10. You get an opportunity to go and see the cultural explosion that SEAM has put together. In the SEAM corner, I suppose that's be one way to describe it, but you have a section where you've got vendors, basic black culture at the Los Angeles County Fair through the setup through SEAM. Are we correct if we say it that way?
Yeah, that's correct. And we'll be at the Yellow Gate, which is Gate 17. And so we'll, when you come around our side, you'll know that we're there because we're really going to show out. We have a whole section to ourselves.
Okay, that's the gate. Listen, we're going to take a break, and I need you to stick around. When you come back, I want to introduce you to my friend Terry Boykins and his great organization. We're talking about giving some tickets away, and I think his organization is a great place to start. I want you to hang out. We'll be right back. We're going to tell you a little bit more about the LA County Fair takeover by the SEAM organization that you should be a part of if you're not. And we can talk to you about how you can be a part of that organization when we come back. And that we will do in about a minute and a half, 2 minutes.
But we won't let nothing hold us back. Gonna put ourselves together. Gonna polish up our act. If you've ever been held down before, I know.
Okay, this is the lightning round. Category Save Our Water. Kiki from Cali, are you ready?
Woo, let's do it.
True or false? Cleaning dishes by hand uses less water than a dishwasher.
True. Oh.
Ooh, a dishwasher saves more water.
Okay.
Next, using a broom or a leaf blower instead of a hose to clean outside saves less water.
False. Oh.
Save 6 gallons per minute by not using a hose.
Oh, no way.
Test your skills and learn more water-saving tips at SaveOurWater.com. Make it your biz to take the quiz.
As parents, we've done everything possible to protect our kids from COVID-19, from using hand sanitizers to masking up. But now we have the most important tool, vaccines. They help protect our children and the entire family. And it's okay to have questions. Ask your doctor about the COVID-19 vaccine for your child, or visit vaccinateall58.com to learn more and find a vaccine near you. Brought to you by the California Department of Public Health.
Publish your legal notice in West Side Story newspaper. For the best service and the best rates, call 909-384-8131. Publishing legal notices in the city and county of San Bernardino since 1990. West Side Story provides friendly expert service. Call 909-384-8131 to benefit from budget-friendly rates. Whether a fictitious business name, a name change, a divorce summons, or any other legal or public notice, call West Side Story newspaper 909-384-8131. 909-384-8131. That's 909-384-8131.
Empire Talks back. I'm Wallace Allen here on the case for truth and justice with the right information to help improve the situation. We're on the phone with Mr. Willie Curley. He's here representing the SEAM organization, CEEM, and it seems to me that you should already know that because you should already be a member of SEAM. Willie, tell people how they could become a member of SEAM, and I'll tell them why it's a benefit if you know,
Perfect.
get short of breath.
Of course. So how you can become a member of SEAM is you can come and check us out. The fair will be there May 13th through the 15th. And you can also log into our website, which is www.cem.coop, C-O-O-P. And just click on the membership tab, and it's $100 to become a member. And if you're a business member, we'll go ahead and add you on our business directory. And, you know, we help each other out. You know, we help make connections to our community. We help just give people access to more resources and just more opportunity. You know, we're here to really help out the community. So even if you don't have a business and, you know, you just want to stay connected with, you know, people who can really help you. And you know, we're like a big family. We help each other out. And, you know, we're there for the community.
Very good. And I'm going to get you to come into the studio one day so that we don't have to wonder what you look like. And I've had a few phone calls. What does this guy look like? You know, is he, Willie, you're married, right?
I'm 27 years old and I'm a single man.
Oh, see, that's what somebody told me. I said, no, Willie's married. They said, no, he's not. Bring him on. We could sell him. I don't mean sell you like that. You know, I'm just saying, you know, but if I could get a donation, we would take it. I'm saying. Willie, thank you for being with us. You've got some tickets. I want you to, as you meet Mr. Terry Boykin here, hang on a little bit. Terry, tell us a little bit about who you are more about the organization that you represent. We can talk about who you are as we go forward, because if you weren't who you are, you wouldn't even be here. So who you are is really critical, but what you're doing is what's important.
All right, all right. Good morning, good morning. Willie Terry Boykins, Project Fighting Chance Executive Director. And so, you know, many people know us about what we've done to really create a presence around this country of having the top amateur boxers in the United States. And just came back from Cleveland, Ohio, 7th defense of our national title. Get a shout out for terrible Terry Washington.
Do it, Terry.
Graduating 9 years in the ring, coming up from a boy to a young man. And so Project Fighting Chance has basically worked in the arts, literary arts, visual arts, performing arts, addressed some of the issues that are dealing with our young people as far as childhood violence, aggression, and trauma, adverse childhood experiences, children that are hurting, inner city youth that are hurting and have to deal with some things. And oftentimes they don't have a place to go somewhere and deal with some things. And so when they come to Project Fighting Chance, they not only get a chance to deal with things, but they get a chance to have people there that can help them deal with things. And so when you talk about getting into that boxing arena, when you get a chance to talk about getting to that tranquility garden or that enrichment room, it's all intended to get young people somewhere. And that somewhere is being a taxpayer, being an individual who can have some hope about owning and being part of the American dream and having an opportunity to have some folks that care about them. And, you know, we have put time in. Of course, you know, Ian Franklin is the founder, president. I've got a great team aboard, Pastor LaQuetta Simmons, Bush Simmons, Jatori Harris, Roy Gandy. We've got a great team, and we understand trauma. We understand what trauma can do to impact you over the lifespan. And this is where, at Project Fighting Chance, we have a chance to use our platform of boxing in our accomplishments and championships, pound for pound. Everybody around the country understand how we're going to bring it across the country. But it's not just the boxing accomplishment that we're dealing with. When we have that mic, and we don't win just to win to be champions, we win to be champions for young people who are dealing with some mental health issues. And we can basically come right from the Dino into the rest of the country for young people to know that there's folks here that are doing some things. And so that's a little bit about what we've been doing for the last 22 years.
I think building an imagery of championship is magnetic in the sense that everybody wants to move in that direction. Unfortunately, sometimes the championship that they're looking at is a ring of death as opposed to a ring of success. This
Correct.
Example of our young people going across the country, being the champions from San Bernardino, California, the Inland Empire.
That's right.
And there's not enough noise made about that. And so congratulations for doing that, for being that, and allowing us to share that with you. But champions, we ain't gonna run away from that, brother.
Champions.
That's magnetic, and we want our children moving in that direction. How many kids are you involved with the Project Fighting Chance, Terry?
So after school, we had two series. The pre-pandemic, which we were averaging about 90 to 120 kids a day. Right now, I think our numbers are back up to about 114 kids a day, Monday through Friday, 3 o'clock to 6 o'clock, 8 to 18 years of age, male, female, heavy parent engagement, heavy volunteer program. This is a place young people want to be. They get what they need. They see, every child that walks on that property at 1263 Union Street in San Bernardino on the west side gets an opportunity to be a champion every day they walk in there. Although they're in the presence and seeing some of the top amateur boxers in the country train right there, they are their peers. They are dealing with some of the same issues that they're dealing with, but we are responsible for upwards of 100 kids a day.
Well, these kids are able to look at somebody and say, that's Terry from down the street.
That's right.
I know him. I can, not I can't, but I can. And that's powerful. That's very powerful. Terry, how many of these young people in your organization do you think have been to the Los Angeles County Fair?
You know, I tell you what, if it's anything like what we've experienced on west side of San Bernardino, not many. I think it'd be a great experience.
How we're gonna do something here today, Willie, that we think is important here. As members, can we make Project Fighting Chance a member so we can get them some of those $10 tickets?
Yes, and so you don't have to be a member of SEAM to get the $10 tickets. What you're going to do is go on our website, and that's SEAM.coop.
Okay.
And you're going to put in that discount code, or even if you go on the Los Angeles County Fair website, the discount code is SEAM. So CEEM 2022, and you'll get that $10 off your ticket.
Excellent.
Okay. Okay, since you didn't force SEAM to join in for their $100, we're going to take a short break, and we're going to see how many of these kids we can send and pledge today from both the Improved Association and West Side Story and Empire Talks Back and whomever else wants to join us in sending. Man, we ought to be able to send at least 20, 25
I would think so.
kids to the, can you, we're going to take this break. We'll be right back. And you guys, just like me, figure out how you can help these kids a little bit while we're on this break.
There's been so many things that held us down, but now it seems like things are coming around.
Publish your legal notice in West Side Story newspaper. For the best service and the best rates, call 909-384-8131. Publishing legal notices in the city and county of San Bernardino since 1990. West Side Story provides friendly expert service. Call 909-384-8131 to benefit from budget-friendly rates. Whether a fictitious business name, a name change, a divorce summons, or any other legal or public notice, call West Side Story newspaper 909-384-8131. 909-384-8131. That's 909-384-8131.
There is a lot of information out there about COVID-19 in kids, so it's important to share the facts, not the virus. While COVID-19 vaccines are new, the science behind them is based on decades of research. Clinical studies have confirmed they are safe and effective at protecting kids and the whole family. Share the facts, not the virus. Talk to your child's doctor or visit myturn.ca.gov to find a vaccine near you. Brought to you by the California Department of Public Health.
As parents, we've done everything possible to protect our kids from COVID-19, from using hand sanitizers to masking up. But now we have the most important tool, vaccines. They help protect our children and the entire family. And it's okay to have questions. Ask your doctor about the COVID-19 vaccine for your child, or visit vaccinateall58.com to learn more and find a vaccine near you. Brought to you by the California Department of Public Health.
All right, we're back. This is Empire Talks Back. I'm Wallace Allen, here on the case for truth and justice with the right information to help improve the situation. Okay, so we have Mr. Terry Boykins here representing the Project Fighting Chance organization from here in the Inland Empire. We say that, but we are really national, and some of the people that we beat up, I didn't say we, say we, and I say beat up, that's, that's just that's just the braggadocious part of the observer from home. The kids don't go out with that kind of attitude. They're out there representing humility, because that's the only way they can actually progress. You have to be aggressive, and you have to be internally willing to be a little arrogant, but you don't express that. You have to express humility in this world, because lack of humility will make the coach work you too hard.
That's true.
Lack of humility will make you not get your turn. Lack of humility may make the kids. Anyway, it's a good thing. We are looking to send some of our local young people to the LA County Fair, because Mr. Willie Curley and the SEAM organization has a takeover, a cultural takeover, a 3-day, 2-day. Willie, 2 days?
No, it's going to be 3 days.
3 day. Oh my goodness! Give
This
me
upcoming
an inch
Friday,
and take a mile.
Saturday, and Sunday.
Ooh, boy, I heard that before. An inch to a mile. So we want to go out and we want to listen. I'll tell you, I lived in the Inland Empire, Southern California, for many years. And the first time that I went to the LA County Fair was at your first SEAM takeover. Actually, it was a grand opening, you guys, about 2 years ago. Maybe it was the one just before. The last time the county fair was live. And that reason I was there, and I didn't spend a whole lot of money, but I couldn't come out cheap, was because of SEAM. And so SEAM is expanding the desire to be at the LA County Fair, and I'm encouraging you guys to go do something that, I probably missed a lot of fun by not going. But you should go. And you have the opportunity to go and get in for $10. I don't know, your parking's probably going to cost you a little bit, but that's okay. You could park outside and ride in together. Go. You don't want to miss that part of it. And in that stead, we have decided that we're going to send at least 25 young people from the Project Fighting Chance organization so they can enjoy the LA County Fair on one day. And that's what the Improve Association is going to do. And we're going to ask others to join in, not to pay for that 25, but to add on to the list, because I'd like for Mr. Terry Boykins to call me up and say, Wallace, you got too many tickets. We don't have enough kids. We don't have transportation for them. We don't have enough chaperones. Please stop giving us all these tickets. I'd love to be able to do that. I doubt that could occur because of two things. One, I'm not that great at raising funds. And two, Terry is pretty good at finding kids that are in need and willing to participate. So how does that sound to you, Willie?
Sounds great.
Very good. Very good. So,
and I did want to mention one thing for kids, and that's ages 6 through 12. The ticket is $8.
Okay.
And if you buy it directly on our website, you do not need to put the discount code in. So I didn't want to mention that.
So for from 8 to 12.
From 6 to 12. That's $8.
Well, I'm thinking more
for
about
adults, it's $10.
I'm thinking more about the pressure on the chaperones right now. We've been there. We got tickets for the 3-4-year-olds. All we need
You gotta sit out in the car.
No, we want them to be able to move around and not get tired and hang out and enjoy the rides and the atmosphere, and to see their aunts and uncles and cousins and people in charge. That's a very good thing to see. So, Willie, we've got you. We're going to go forward with this. Give us the major contact one more time. You're going to have big entertainment. We're going to have intellectual exchanges. We've got some panels that discuss the cultural needs, the stress points in our community. And we've got people that are going to sing and dance and make you real happy. And I don't know if you've got some thought provokers. Congratulations on putting together a good show, and thanks for letting us participate.
You're welcome. And thank you for having me on the radio, just letting us share a little bit about our organization, because we're really here for the community, and we want to show kids a high level of leadership, and just giving kids the time. It's our future generation, and that really makes a difference. So
very good. Willie, we're going to let you go, and as you go, I want to remind people that he's 27, he's young, he's single, he's adventurous, and I don't know, do you like horseback riding? Are you bowling? Or we'll put that profile together for you. Willie, thank you very much.
All right, have a blessed day. Thank you. Bye-bye.
All right, Terry, here, we've got that aspect of Project Fighting Chance. We're going to take some kids to the LA County Fair, and we appreciate that part of it. But that may change some of their lives to some degree. But your ongoing programs, tell us a little bit about the ongoing programs, and tell us a little bit about the special program that you're doing to assure us of having young ladies be able to grow into the proper through the proper lifestyle and opportunities so that they too, at some point, if they choose to be, can be great mothers.
You know, I tell you, you bring up a good point about young ladies and this being Mother's Day. I don't think there's anything more significant than preserving the childhood of a girl. And I think when you talk about the things we've done of late, addressing issues of sexual assault and abuse at Project Fighting Chance, bringing in the district attorney's office, the police department, bringing in guest speakers to talk about the impact of trauma resulting from a child, particularly a girl, being abused or trafficked or assaulted. To the fact that in the moment, the perpetrators that produce this type of activity, not understanding that that will someday be somebody's mother that will have to live with that trauma of what you've done. And so we try to really balance the issue about individuals that may be unresolved, or young men that may be unresolved or angry or upset, that may conduct some kind of activity that will disrupt somebody's family for generations to come. So what we did, and this is a shout out to the district attorney's office, Jason Anderson, Florida Alicon, setting up individuals, deputy DAs that have come in to talk about teen dating violence, sexual assault.
Our goal here is to fight future abuse.
That's correct. And the fact that you can actually have a girl that can grow up to be a mother and not have to have this on her resume as she grows up to be the mother of a child, the wife of a man, whatever that may be.
We're talking about the real-time extension of sexism.
That's correct.
Okay, sexism is the issue that has been brought to the floor at another level through the Me Too movement. And Me Too has, well, it has to include our young girls. It has to include them in the sense that the things that we teach them by accident, the things that we teach young boys by accident. And where you say, well, what do you mean by accident? Well, if you let our kids, for instance, watch sitcoms that were created before the year 2000, chances are you're going to be showing them something that encourages sexism, something that encourages men's dominance over women, and not earned dominance, not respectful dominance, but dominance because I'm a man. Much like the dominance that white people were given during the enslavement period of black folk.
Right.
If you're white, you could just do anything you wanted to anybody black. Oh, unless he had papers, but then who's got time to worry about stuff like that? And my point again is that sexism, racism run close, and stopping both of them works better if you cut it off early. So back to your story about bringing the DA in to talk to your kids about how to get along without pushing each other around, right?
Well, that's correct. And, you know, one of the things that I think we talk about empowerment, you know, we talk about self-esteem, we talk about being able to defend yourself, but the empowerment to understand how things are processed. When a young lady understands what actions could be taken as a result of her being assaulted, she can send a very loud message because so many people go silent. Many of our girls do not report, and this is one of the things that the DA office talked about. They don't report because they're afraid that, you know, they were a part of being in a predicament, not understanding what consent versus non-consent, not understanding how you can get somebody in trouble.
And mama told me don't be over here in the first place.
And mama told me not to be over in the first place with this grown man.
Right, right.
That part.
Right.
And
feeling a guilt that is a social guilt and not a personal guilt.
And that I liked him, but I didn't know he was this way. And so what we did, we had a chance to bring that to Project Fighting Chance, bring it to Center Ring, bring it to the enrichment room. And as a result of that, we have had interest by the young boys that wanted to know a little more about how they can control their behavior when it comes to these females. And so we are getting ready, coming back into the fall center ring, pound for pound, in the boxing ring, bringing our young men in to talk to them about keeping their hands to themselves. Don't be head tripping these females. Don't be aggressive with these young people. Don't be pulling up on somebody. Don't be pulling nobody's pants down, nobody's top up. Don't risk yourself as a young boy of color getting into an incarcerated state.
Respect for self, respect for others, respect for the planet we share. This is Empire Talks Back. I'm Wallace Allen. We're speaking with Mr. Terry Boykin of Project Fighting Chance. We're going to take a short break and come back and close it out with some very solutionary concepts.
If you've ever been held down before, I know you refuse to be held down anymore.
Publish your legal notice in West Side Story newspaper. For the best service and the best rates, call 909-384-8131. Publishing legal notices in the city and county of San Bernardino since 1990. West Side Story provides friendly expert service. Call 909-384-8131 to benefit from budget-friendly rates. Whether a fictitious business name, a name change, a divorce summons, or any other legal or public notice, call West Side Story newspaper 909-384-8131. 909-384-8131. That's 909-384-8131.
As parents, we've done everything possible to protect our kids from COVID-19, from using hand sanitizers to masking up. But now we have the most important tool, vaccines. They help protect our children and the entire family. And it's okay to have questions. Ask your doctor about the COVID-19 vaccine for your child, or visit vaccinateall58.com to learn more and find a vaccine near you. Brought to you by the California Department of Public Health.
Okay, this is the lightning round. Category Save Our Water. Kiki from Cali, are you ready?
Woo, let's do it.
True or false? Cleaning dishes by hand uses less water than a dishwasher.
True. Oh.
Ooh, a dishwasher saves more water.
Okay.
Next, using a broom or a leaf blower instead of a hose to clean outside saves less water.
False. Oh.
Save 6 gallons per minute by not using a hose.
Oh, no way.
Test your skills and learn more water-saving tips at SaveOurWater.com. Make it your biz to take the quiz.
Empire Talks Back. We are here. I'm with Mr. Terry Boykins of Project Fighting Chance, and we are working on the solution, a movement that's going to take away some of this sexism that has our children trapped into moving into things that our new laws and attitude are calling abuse, which is great. It's great. I've got daughters, just like I have sons, and I want them all to be respected. I don't mind the guys wrestling around and I shouldn't mind the girls wrestling around and boxing too. But, it's choices that parents have that over a period of time, children's activities, desires, cultural movement helps change parents, loosen us up to new things so that change isn't such a twist like operating your iPhone at age so-and-so and such and such. We have to make these adjustments as we look at our children in this world that Mr. Boykin is able to step into because he's conscious of the sexual abuse that can take place, that does take place, of sex trafficking, high concern, a mission that we all have an opportunity to share in because of his leadership. One of the things we're talking about with our young girls and grown women not reporting sex abuse is that we as a society have refused to believe. I don't mean overbelieve, but I mean believe. I believe that I can believe you feel this way. I can believe that something needs to be done. I cannot be skeptical about your life because of my skepticism about my own. We are lacking. Parents, adults, we know what occurs when you don't communicate. We know what occurs when you stuff that stress into the back drawer of your mind and, decide that you can handle it and, it just part of life, part of nature, and it was no big thing until it explodes into a big thing later on, or you find that you've never entered that particular part of your life again because you've set a wall, because last time you were there being free, experimenting how it is to meet and greet, last time you were in that room, something very bad happened. So you ain't going there no more. You don't want to meet nobody no more. You don't want to talk to nobody that Uncle Terry didn't introduce you to. Well, that's all well and good, but you lose power when you do that. So who's responsible? Like Terry, you say, the act of the abuse is a terrible thing and a total trauma. Then the response from the world as you seek help, that can be very traumatic too, because who's going to believe you? Who does believe you? And just because they believe you don't mean they're going to necessarily empathize or sympathize with you. They believe it happened. Well, girl, you shouldn't have had on that short dress. What? Mr. Boykin.
I'm here.
We've just got a couple minutes. Close out. Tell people how they can participate. You see a solution, or otherwise you wouldn't be working so hard every day doing what you do.
Well, you're right. And then also, too, I got to give a shout out to SBA Newps, Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated, a step into Project Fighting Chance as mentors. I think we've got a lineup like 9 or 10 mentors of 30-something brothers in the
You're
organization.
softening y'all up to drive these kids to the fair.
Yeah, we are. That's what I'm getting ready for, getting those vehicles ready. And so, the solutions. Being able to have men available to mentor young men, but also to have men available to represent that image of what these young ladies should not be afraid of. And it's also about being accustomed to being around a man that's going to respect you, or you understand what respect. If you don't see respect, you ain't going to get no respect. You're not even going to even understand what respect look like. And so it's about bringing those men out that don't have tendencies, that have the right intent to be around young ladies that are growing and maturing. You can't blame her because she developing and she got a nice this or she got a nice that. You got to teach her how to embrace those attributes and help her respect herself. And so you got to cut down the demand. We got too much demand. We got a lot of emphasis on how to work programs dealing with victims and survivors, but we don't deal enough with preventing perpetrators and individuals that need some help, that are engaged with this particular behavior. And so www.projectfightingchance.org, guarantee you go to that website, you're going to see an organization that's grinding for youth of the future. What we've got coming up is absolutely phenomenal. www.projectfightingchance.org.
Very good, Terry. And being that I've got daughters, I'll have to confess, I also taught them not only to be able to keep self-esteem and respect and know their position, I taught them how to keep a guy off of them.
Yes,
Okay,
that part right there.
I mean, and anybody else that just is, because we don't like bullies, we don't take no bullying, and we don't bully, except to bullies. I can't get around that part. I love it. I love life. I love everyone's opportunity to contribute. I look forward to everyone having that contribution take place. So whatever we can do to be of service and aid to you, give us a call. We are willing to play. We'll see you guys next week under 2 circumstances. 1, if the good Lord's willing. 2, if the creek don't rise. And learn how to swim so you can better your chances.
There's been so many things that held us down, but now it seems like things are finally coming around.